A very warm welcome to one and all. We have studied about the historiography and development in the West in our last chapter. Now we are going to study about historiography and the Indian traditions. I have divided this chapter into three parts. Traditions of Indian historiography, which consist of historiography in the ancient period, historiography in the medieval period, historiography in modern period. Part 2, that is Indian historiography, various ideological frameworks. In this we are going to study about colonial historiography, Orientalist historiography, nationalist historiography. In part 3, that is 2.3, historiography in the post-independence era. In this we will study about Marxist history, subaltern history, feminist history. Historiography in the ancient period consists of great deeds of our ancestors and mythological lore. Lore means stories or the beliefs. Memories of the social transitions were preserved with the help of oral recitals. Oral recitals in the form of musical performance or via stories. Even inscriptions on Harappan seals and artifacts in India confirm that Indians were masters in the art of writing. Inscriptions are engraving on the stones. Harappa script is yet not deciphered. Deciphered means encoded or interpreted. Now students, the red words which I have given in the brackets are meanings. You are not supposed to write this while writing the answers. This red italic words are only for your reference. Earlier written documents are in the form of inscriptions in India during the period of Emperor Ashok Maurya times, 3rd millennium BCE. King Ashoka edicts was inscribed on natural rocks and stone pillars. Edicts means official orders. Historiography in the ancient period, from 1st century Common Era, inscriptions are on coins, metals and sculptures, and also on copper plate. They provide historical information. So inscriptions were done on coins, metals and on copper plates. These inscriptions help us to provide important historical information about dates of various kings, dynastic genealogies. Dynastic genealogies means study about the king's family, territorial extent and administration of the various empires, kingdoms, political events. One example could be important political event like coronation of Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj, social organizations, climate, famines, etc. of the respective time. The ancient literature epics like Ramayana, Mahabharata, Puranas, Jain and Buddhist texts accounts the work of the Indian authors as a source of history. I have given the pictures of all the 5 ancient literature: Ramayana, Mahabharata, Puranas, Jain text and the Buddhist text. Travelogue by the foreign travelers are important source of history. The important travelers to India were Fa Hien and Huang Sang. Travelogue means experience of a traveler. Writing of biographies of kings and dynastic histories mark an important step in the Indian history. Harshacharit. Harshacharit, written in the 7th century Common Era by Banabhatta, is King Harsha's biography. So Harshacharit is one of the important historical document which was written in 7th century by Banabhatta. of King Harsha's biography. You can see the cover picture of Harsha Charit, which has been translated by E.B. Cowell and E.F.W. Thomas. This is a fill-up question, so you should know it. It portrays means describes a realistic picture of social, economic, political, religious and cultural life during King's time. Now we will study the historiography in the medieval period. In this part, basically we are going to focus more about the books and authors. As per the exam point of view, you are supposed to remember the names of authors as well as the books, because it will be asked in complete the web or in fill-ups or identify the wrong pair. The style of Raj Tarangini, the history of Kashmir, written by Kalhana in 12th century Common Era, is quite close to the concept of modern historiography. So Raj Tarangini is wrote by Kalhana and it is about Kashmir. 3 points to remember here. Raj Tarangini is wrote by Kalhana and it is about Kashmir. Kalhana himself says that he wrote this text after critically examining various sources like inscriptions, coins, remains of ancient monuments, dynastic records and local traditions. Muslim rulers were influenced by the Arabic and the Persian historiography. Tariq-e-Firoz Shahi. Tariq-e-Firoz Shahi was written by Ziauddin Barani, stated the purpose of historiography. Again, this is a question for complete the web. So Tariq-e-Firoz Shahi is written by Ziauddin Barani. And what it indicates? Purpose of historiography. According to him, the historian's duty is not limited only to the recording of the ruler's valor. Valor means boldness and policies of welfare. But he should also write about the ruler's failures and incorrect policies. So Barani stated that we are not only supposed to praise the kings while write history, but also we should tell about their failures and drawbacks. Tuzuk-i Babri. Babur, the founder of the Mughal Empire, wrote an autobiography entitled Tuzuk-i Babri. So Tuzuk-i Babri is written by Babur and it is about the battles fought by him. Babur also recorded his minute observation of various regions and cities travelled by him during the local economy, customs and the flora. Flora means flowers. Akbarnama. Abu Fazl's Akbarnama is very important from the viewpoint of critical historiography. His method of collecting authentic means original historical documents and their scrutiny, that is to critical observe, is looked as a devoid of bias and hence realistic. So he has done the critical study of the historical documents, so there is no bias output and it is more realistic. Bakar. Bakar is an important type of historical document of medieval times. It contains eulogies. Eulogies means speeches of heroes and stories of historical events, battles, lives of great men. Marathi Bakars are of various types. Now these are the important points over here. Sabasad Bakar was written by Krishnaji Anand Sabasad during the reign of Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj. So this Bakar was wrote during the time of Chhatrapati Rajaram Maharaj by Krishnaji Anand Sabasad, and it tells about the information about the rule of Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj. So the name of Bakar is Sabasad Bakar, wrote by Krishnaji Anand Sabasad during the period of Chhatrapati Rajaram Maharaj, and it is about Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj. Next, Bahu Sahibanchi Bakar described the battle of Panipat. Another bakar entitled Panipatachi Bakar is also about the same event. Holkaranchi Kaifiyat provides information about the Holkars and their contribution to the Maratha rule. Historiography in the modern period. Sir Alexander Cunningham, the first Director General of Archaeological Survey of India. This is a fill-up question. So who is Sir Alexander Cunningham? He is the first Director General of the Archaeological Survey of India. The Buddhist sites were explored as Harappa civilization was discovered during the 10-year period of Sir John Marshall. So we all know that India is a place of the Harappan civilization. So the survey was conducted by Sir Alexander Cunningham and Sir John Marshall. 3 volumes of the History of British India written by James Mill were published in 1817. Again, this is the important question. Which is the first book on Indian history? That is the History of British India. And who wrote it? James Mill in the year 1817. This was the first book on Indian history written by British historian. Historiography in modern period. Grand Duff wrote a history of Marathas. So who wrote a history of Marathas? Grand Duff. Again, this is a complete the table question, so you should know it. Grand Duff wrote a book called History of Maratha. This book is published in 3 volumes. Grand Duff's writing also shows the British inclination of condemning. Condemning means express complete disapproval of Indian culture and history. Similar tendency is witnessed in Colonel Todd's writing about Rajasthan history. Also, the 2 volumes written by William Wilson Hunter on Indian history show a somewhat impartial treatment of the subject. So, these historians had the prejudice against the Indian history. Role of Indian historians. These are the 2 important names. Nilkanta Janardhan Kirtane and Vishwanath Kashinath Rajwade. You are supposed to remember these names. Were 2 Indian historians who took upon the task of exposing the limitations of Grand Duff's writing. Indian historiography and various ideological frameworks. I will continue this in the next video.